Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. My name is David, and today we find ourselves in Colgate, Wisconsin. Here, hidden in the woods, is an artistic wonderland called Spectacular Sculpture. Tag along as we explore together.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
Welcome to this little artistic oasis in the middle of the woods. Everything here was created by artist Paul Bobrowitz, and it is astounding. Even if you know where this place is, it's a little difficult to find, and it really has that feel like you've stumbled upon something magical. As this sign says, they invite you to park your ride off to the side, walk around, enjoy what you've found. And there is certainly tons to be found here. This big metal pig is one such example, playing his guitar very happily, while the rest of his band chimes in. You got a rooster, a frog, and another one of his pig friends up here, blowing away. Nearby, you have somebody happily dancing to the tunes, and then some other pigs that were a little jealous of the musical skills, so they decided to grow wings. This little family is kind of sinister in some ways, but also very welcoming, so very interesting pieces of art there. And then this, which I believe is a giant half-finished head. It looks like that was the top and kind of the top came off, you know? And then I really liked this. Just a giant blue treble clef. Very neat, and very striking out here where not a lot of things had color. And this guy pointing off into the woods as if to warn you about this giant skeleton-like Viking that was coming out. He looks like a great Halloween decoration, doesn't he? Spectacular Sculpture stretches out over 6 entire acres, so there are lots of different residents who happen to be living here. You just gotta make sure you watch your step. You never know when a bear is gonna come stumbling out after you. Hopefully, this one is friendly.
All of the art out here is absolutely incredible. It definitely spans several different genres of the different subject matter, a lot of nature-inspired work, and just so you kind of get an idea of the scale, here's me standing next to this one. This piece is extremely striking in my opinion. I love all the different faces. They each actually have different expressions on them as well. This is all different types of found metal that he used. Put it all together into a ball, and then you can actually see somebody down here carrying this entire ball. I guess art is very interpretive, so I'll leave it up to you to decide what message it may be saying, but it's an incredible piece for sure.
We're gonna see a couple of sculptures based on this same style, and it is very distinctive. It's certainly one of his signature pieces, I think. It straddles the line very closely between really cute and kind of creepy. Unlike this elephant, who is definitely very cheery, very cute. I guess that's why they made him into the donation box. Every entry here is free. You just donate if you like walking around the art. And like I said before, there is a lot to walk through. You can just look down this row and see tons of different pieces jumping out at you. Here's another piece that has that very distinctive, lots of faces / masks put together to form something, but this time he has a cat friend who luckily is not made out of the heads, but the body here definitely has them all over. Very interesting. This guy is leaning up against a light pole. This might actually be a woman. I think this might be somebody pregnant. Either that or they had a little bit too much to eat, but either way they got the little belly there. And then a little guy next to him that's just happy to be invited along, I think. As we venture deeper into the woods, we run across these very mysterious balls. If these were in the middle of a sculpture garden, I think you would be very confused about where these came from and why they were there. But hey, maybe that's the point of them. And not too far from that, This friendly fella's willing to let you use his belly as a grill. Who can beat an offer like that? Throw some steaks in there, cook them up all nice, and then you have yourself a tasty dinner as you enjoy the art pieces. Fair warning, if you cook anything out here, this little guy expects at least a bite of whatever you make.
From here, you can even get a glimpse at the workshop where most of this art was created and see that there's plenty of material all around just waiting to be crafted into new masterpieces.
And of course, the workshop couldn't be bare. There had to be art all over that as well, just to make it really stand out. There were several buildings, which makes sense considering how big some of these pieces are. They were very interesting to see. I really liked how many scraps you could find outside. It just shows you that all this stuff was junk until it came into his hands, which, in my opinion, is one of the coolest forms of art, is being able to take what somebody considers trash and turning it into a true treasure.
As you get further back, there's even bigger sculptures, so there's plenty to see.
Here's a little peek, just so you can see how far back all the art stretches. It covers the entire land way back there. And these areas are home to big guys like this one right here. He's very stoic looking, but he seems to have a hole right there in his middle. Hopefully he finds something to fill that up with before too long. Maybe he can find himself a job like this guy, who has rented himself out to being a very exquisite birdhouse. He holds it right there in his left hand, and the birds are very grateful for it. And then these three jokers right here, they definitely don't have jobs. They just hang out and make snide comments. Then here, this is one of the most important jobs. This person goes out and collects all those head, face, mask things that get used in all the other sculptures. Better be careful, they're all about to drop down. And then these ones, we couldn't get too close, we didn't want to interrupt, but this was actually a cult, and they were in the middle of performing a ritual by dancing in the woods. And if you happen to get lost or turned around while you're walking through, this guy here will gladly give you directions. He's in charge of all the mail that comes into Spectacular Sculpture. Lots of people like to write letters to all their favorite friends out here, so this guy's gotta know where to get them to.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, adventurers. I hope at the very least we were able to spark your imagination. My name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. Thanks for tagging along. We'll see you in the next one.